Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Kelsey. I also go by KelsTells here on YouTube, and I'm doing sorority advice videos. Today's video, we are going to talk about what advice I can give for people who are transferring in and want to join an organization, be it a sorority or a fraternity. Here's my advice for you. I actually got this question directly messaged to me, and I was like, I don't think I've ever done a topic of people transferring into school. It's pretty easy when you're new and you're coming into school, like you're a freshman and you're coming into school, but I don't think I've ever touched on someone transferring in and what they would do if they're interested in joining a organization. So here's my advice for you. My first advice would be to find a normal friend. And I use the term normal loosely because by normal I mean someone who is not a part of the Greek system. The reason why you want to find someone who is not part of the Greek system, maybe I should say someone who's not part of the Greek system but someone who also knows about the Greek system, because you want to befriend someone who is familiar with the campus, familiar with the organization events, and familiar with basically anything that goes on with Greek life. I think that it's very beneficial to have someone in your corner who knows about those things, so that if you have questions, you can go to them to ask them instead of wondering what you should do if you're interested in attending an event and you don't know where it is. Maybe they can help you out with that, help you pick out your classes, things like that. So find a normal friend who is familiar with Greek life. How would you meet a normal friend? They usually have, well, from my experience with being in undergrad, they might have changed and it's different for different schools, but they usually have some kind of getting to know you event or some kind of meet and greet event where you can get to know people, or organization fairs. Maybe that would be helpful. So if you want to join an organization that's not connected to Greek life but very social, that would probably be a good way for you to figure out what you want to do. Join an organization to see if you can find out more about being in the school, being in an organization, kind of build your confidence of being around people if you're not comfortable, things like that. My second advice that I would give would be to attend an event. So let's say you already attended an organization fair. Greeks are most likely going to be at an organization fair. I recommend going to a Meet the Greek event just so you can see what organizations are available on campus. I would also recommend going to, if there's a particular sorority or fraternity that you're interested in, I would recommend going to their individual events, like their social events, just to see what they're all about. So you can go to their community service events, you could go to their social events, you can go to one of their parties, things like that, just so you can kind of get your foot in the door and make their acquaintance and find out more about them that way. My third piece of advice that I would offer would be to directly go to them. If you're new, I don't see anything wrong with asking their membership chair or asking anyone in a sorority to give you a little more information about them, because you're new, you transferred in. They're not going to judge you if you message them and say, "Hi, I just transferred into y'all's school. I'm looking to learn more information about you." I think it depends on the organization, but 9 times out of 10, they're not going to have an issue with just giving you general information about their organization or telling you where to find that information. So that would be my advice in regards to that. My final piece of advice would be to present yourself in the best way possible, because when you transfer in, your first impression is always your best impression. So if you're transferring in and you're showing interest in an organization, they're going to be taking a close look at you to see if you're a good fit for the organization. So always be on your best behavior, make good grades, be yourself, be confident. And I think that is a good way to get their attention and to hold their attention if they're interested in allowing you to join, and if you also want to join that organization. So those are just some pieces of advice that I wanted to offer for anyone transferring into an organization. If you guys have additional questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the comments or put them in my messages, my my Gmail account, or my Instagram. Feel free to ask me any questions that you have. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next one.